that as much as there are opportunities that are restricted, there are thousands of opportunities that are open to you. You just have to search hard to find them sometimes. And when you go ahead with that, the rejection that you felt kind of turns into a sense of purpose and motivation to find the next thing that's available to you. And so, yeah, that helps with moving forward. And just remembering why you're here kind of keeps you going. It drives you like, okay, so this is the end that I have in sight. And once I get there, everything is gonna fall in place. I'm gonna feel like it was worth it. So, yeah. Hi, my name is Adong Sitsango Basi and I'm 19 years old. I'm excited to be sharing my journey of how I came to Canada to study with you. This journey began in my year 11, which is the Nigerian equivalent of SS2. I was just a regular secondary school student and my parents decided, oh, okay, we're gonna start getting you to where you're gonna study for your university education. And I was always set on studying engineering, and my parents knew it. And they were kind of set on me studying in Canada. So further research led us to the province of Alberta, being a really affordable province and having one of the highly rated universities for engineering in Canada. And that's how I ended up at the U of A. The process involving the visa application and university application was relatively smooth. My visa came within 3 to 4 months of applying, and I got into the U of A based off of my high school transcript as opposed to the regular WAEC result. This being that it was COVID period and all the exams we needed to write were delayed, and so I hadn't written my WAEC as at the time of applying. And the U of A said, oh, bring your transcript. So as at August 2021, I had a decision to make. I could have either left Nigeria and come to the U of A to start in September, or stayed to write my WAEC exams. And my decision was highly influenced by my mom telling me it would be much better for you to finish your WAEC results because all these things matter at the end. And I said, okay, I'll stay and do my exam. So my journey at the U of A started in September 2021. I started my first year fall semester while I was still writing my WAEC exams for secondary school. It was really tough having to go to school during the day and having to write exams during the day and come back to university education at night, having classes till 2 a.m., having exams at 2 a.m. It was not the best, and I was not the most diligent, unfortunately. But we thank God for bringing me through. Although I did fail some courses, which I had never experienced before. Very scary thing to see in your report. But I just want to thank God for helping me go through that time and giving me the strength and resilience to keep going, although it wasn't looking like what I expected. I finished my fall semester in December, and my flight to Canada was for the 2nd of January 2022. And this was a flight that I was taking by myself, no parents, no uncles, no siblings. I came here all on my own with my 4 big boxes, logging them through the airport. I would thank my parents for raising me the way they did because I was already very much an independent woman at that point. So I didn't really struggle too much. I didn't think too much about it. I did what I had to do and I arrived in Canada safely. The first shock I received was the cold because I came in January, so dead of winter. I thought they were exaggerating how cold it was, but they really were not. I was freezing. But thankfully, my family friend came to get me from the airport, so it was straight into the heating of the car. So, hallelujah. And yeah, that's about how I came to Canada. I quarantined in Calgary for about 2 weeks because it was still COVID season and you had to do that. And after that, I came down to Edmonton around the 23rd of January 2022. By then, winter semester had already started, so I started online as well while and then when I came to U of A, it was still online because all the universities' operations were online at that point. And so we went back in person in February and started going to the campus in person. And yeah, it became a little bit better because I was seeing people. I could communicate with other people in my faculty more as opposed to when I was online and I would just randomly message someone that happened to be in one of the classes or um, whatever I needed at that point. But yeah, I think that kind of sums up my journey coming here. So the culture shock that I experienced the most was, I guess, the food when I first came. I don't really know I don't know why I expected it to be kind of the same, but it really was not. And I'm just, grateful to my parents for teaching me to cook most of the food that we have back home, because I love our food very much. And so just dealing with the difference in food was me finding ingredients closest to what we have back home and making food that I'm familiar with. The other thing would be finding out that, oh, not everyone's hair is their real hair over here, because I guess I thought that everyone over here, their hair is their hair, no wigs, no makeup, no nothing. Thank God for growth and knowledge. I also found a difference in the way we relate with our elders, the way we greet, and just in general have conversations. Back home there's a deep sense of seniority, right, and like a deeper respect that is physically shown. And in the way we greet, addressing people with, good morning, ma, good morning, sir. Not really addressing people by their first name, as opposed to over here where everyone is kind of addressed by their first name or whatever they introduce themselves to you as. So that was the other thing. But being here, you just have to address them the way they want to be addressed, which is something that I learned and which is what I run with right now. Also, another shocking thing would be the school system. The way the education system is run is quite different from back home. People back home think it's easier. It's not easier. It's just different in that you have to do everything according to its timeline, right? So everything is broken out and spread out. So you're continuously doing work over the entire period you're in school, right? As opposed to back home where you can, I mean, not that you be unserious, but then you just have more importance placed on certain tests and your finals, right? You don't really have to continuously be there for labs or seminars or things like that, right? And so for me, I just had to, first of all, develop an understanding of what the system is like, and then caution myself and tell myself that you have to be here, you have to be doing these things and running with them as they come and as they have to come. So yeah, that's basically what the difference in culture and everything was like for me. So I guess I would say a memorable experience for me has been finding my community in my church. Um, just finding that group of people that are willing to look out for you and are willing to love you and give you all the support that you need. It was very beautiful when I first got here because I came here all on my own, right? So I didn't have any friends or family in Edmonton, and it wasn't the best time. Like, I would not say I'm a needy person or that I needed people around me. I was very much, I believed in my independence, but after finding that community, my life was like it was significantly better. Like I felt a lot better just in terms of everything and getting help and support. So that was really beautiful for me. And my like it's mostly a community of Nigerians and like Africans in general. So that helps with keeping in touch with my culture and keeping in touch with just, reminding me of family and all that kind of stuff. For other communities, I tend to try to get involved with like club activities or um, just general gatherings in community and socializing, which helps me to like widen my like scope of knowledge or um, my cultural awareness of other people. So my experiences so far as an international student, a couple of things have helped me with cost and just getting opportunities and everything like that. One of them would be looking out for scholarships and grants and things like that. So my mom works with a company that gives certain amount of scholarship to people looking to study in the US or Canada. And her friends shared this opportunity with her, and I applied. And by God's grace, I got that scholarship, which has really helped us finance my education here. There's also scholarships that the universities give based on a variety of things. It could be your faculty, but you have to look for these things. Sometimes they come in the emails, but you have to intentionally seek these things out because you will find them. Also, getting involved with clubs and communities and all of that, they open your eyes to a variety of opportunities that are available through the clubs or they're the sponsors of the clubs, right? So they make so many things available for you. It could be having dinners with people that have gone ahead in the careers that you want to uh, build yourself in, or it could just be talking with a lot more people who could get you connected to other people. Also, just everywhere that you are in church and school, just out, you can talk to people because they like different people have different connections in life, and you might not know that. Oh, this person that's an art student has really deep connections with an engineering person that can take you far in life, right? So you always have to constantly put yourself out there and talk about, also have a firm knowledge of what it is that you want to do. Like, where are you heading, right? So you know exactly what kind of people you're looking to network with and you can run with that. I was very fortunate to have an internship over this summer, and it came because I had some level of relationship with someone who works with the company, right? And so they saw that, oh, this company is doing this, and you could apply for this as well. And so I did, and I got it, and it was really helpful. It was really insightful, and it paid well, and so it's helped me with taking care of a lot of the needs that I personally don't want my parents to have to worry about, right? So all those things really come together and just make it a whole like ecosystem of relationships, networks, and getting you to where you are trying to get to. So. So some of the not so fun parts of being an international student is realizing that you don't really have your family around you or people that relate to some of the things you relate to the same way. Like you can make a joke or make some mannerisms that back home they would hit so hard, they would be so funny. But because you're not back home, the people around you don't really get it. And so you start to feel um, culturally displaced or like you don't really belong where you are. And you realize that, oh, I can't just go back home. It's not like visiting the next state or the next province. Um, you have to be where you have to be because you're in school. And so those aren't the, the fun days when you remember this. Another thing would be realizing that some opportunities are restricted to Canadian citizens or permanent residents, and you don't have access to those things, even though sometimes you may be really interested, really invested, and you may have everything that is required or needed to um, do well or succeed in this place. But because it's restricted to Canadian citizens or just it's not open to you, you just can't go ahead and do that. And it brings some sense of a sadness or like a longing um, to be a part of something that you know would be awesome for you, but you just cannot. But going forward, I think some of the things that helped me with that is remembering that technology has made it possible for you to con- consistently be in touch with like people that fill you up. You can FaceTime, you can just randomly call people and tell them, oh, I thought about this joke, but no one was laughing with me, so I thought to share it with you. And stuff like that really helps to keep you going. Also, knowing that as much as there are opportunities that are restricted, there are thousands of opportunities that are open to you. You just have to search hard to find them sometimes. And when you go ahead with that, the rejection that you felt kind of turns into a sense of purpose and motivation to find the next thing that's available to you. And so, yeah, that helps with moving forward. And just remembering why you're here kind of keeps you going. It drives you like, okay, so this is the end that I have in sight. And once I get there, everything is gonna fall in place. I'm gonna feel like it was worth it. So, yeah. So the journey has definitely been an interesting one. It still is an interesting one because I'm still here. I'm still learning and growing and I'm not done. But I would just want to say, thank you to my friends, my family, God. The opportunity has been beautiful. It's a growing process and it's a learning process that I'm really leaning into, and it's amazing. I would like to encourage any parent that's thinking of sending their child over here to Canada to study or to do anything. Um, don't be scared. It's not as scary as um, sending your child out of the country to study would sound. But there are certain things that have to be in place. Your child has to be grounded and rooted in whatever values and disciplines that you hold dear, to kind of guide them through what to do in life. And they have to be able to properly communicate with you and with other people for them to thrive out here, because communication is key, right? So you have to make sure that your children are comfortable with talking with you and with talking with other people. To the future international students that are, getting ready to come over here, please be very intentional about communicating with your parents and with everyone that you're going to meet out here. It's very, very important. Don't Any form of isolation is unacceptable out here. You have to be ready to mingle, be ready to talk to people, but also be very mindful of the people you're talking to, because some people can discourage you in the way they speak, right? So you have to be mindful of the people you communicate with, the people you tell your worries or your troubles to, because those are they're very key in how you push ahead in life, right? So always be intentional about communicating with people back home, with people here, and be be ready to grind, be ready to focus on your studies, be ready to give it your all, because you have to consistently do that throughout your period of being here. Um, it's just a phase, it's just a part of life to make you better and to push you forward in your journey of life, right? So be ready to go through it, and at the end of it, you'll be proud of yourself and proud of your journey.